Imagine looking up at the night sky, seeing endless stars, and realizing we know almost nothing about what's really out there. The universe is vast, mysterious, and terrifying, hiding secrets that could change everything we think we know. What if reality isn't real? What if something dangerous is lurking in the dark, watching us? Today, we're diving into the creepiest space theories that might actually be true, ideas so unsettling, they'll make you question your place in the cosmos. Buckle up, because after this you might never look at the universe the same way again. Ready? Let's begin. The false vacuum universe. Imagine the universe as a giant peaceful bubble floating in an endless cosmic ocean. Everything we know, galaxies, stars, planets, and even us, exists inside this bubble. But what if I told you this bubble isn't as stable as we think? According to the false vacuum universe theory, our universe might just be a temporary, low-energy state, a false vacuum. And at any moment, without warning, it could pop. Here's how it works. If somewhere in the vast cosmos a tiny quantum event triggers the transition from this false vacuum to a more stable true vacuum, an invisible wave of destruction would expand at the speed of light. It wouldn't be an explosion, it wouldn't burn or shatter things, it would rewrite the very fabric of reality. Imagine flipping a light switch, and suddenly the laws of physics are completely different. The atoms in your body, gone. The stars, erased. The entire universe as we know it, vanished. The most terrifying part? If this process has already started somewhere, we'd never see it coming. It wouldn't send a warning, no flashing red lights, it would just happen. Scientists believe this is unlikely, but hey, the universe doesn't exactly send out newsletters to let us know when it's planning something big. So, could we be living on borrowed time? The truth is we don't know. But if one day everything just blinks out of existence, well, guess we'll have our answer. The Great Filter. Alright, let's talk about something that has been haunting scientists for decades. Where are all the aliens? Think about it, the universe is massive. There are billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars surrounded by countless planets. Statistically, there should be millions of advanced civilizations out there, and yet, nothing. No signals, no spaceships, no cosmic neighbors stopping by for a chat. This eerie silence is called the Fermi paradox, and the Great Filter might be the answer. The theory suggests that somewhere in the timeline of life's evolution, there's an almost impossible barrier that stops civilizations from advancing. Maybe life rarely starts in the first place. Maybe simple bacteria can exist, but complex, intelligent beings like us are incredibly rare. Or maybe, just maybe, every civilization that gets advanced enough eventually destroys itself. Nuclear war, climate catastrophe, rogue AI, pick your apocalypse. If the Great Filter is ahead of us, that means humanity hasn't reached this dangerous turning point yet, but it's coming. And if history tells us anything, we're not exactly great at avoiding self-destruction. If the filter is behind us, well, that means we're one of the very few civilizations to ever make it this far. So, the real question is, are we special, or are we doomed? The dark forest hypothesis. Picture this. You're walking through a dense, dark forest at night. It's silent. Too silent. You know that dangerous predators could be lurking, hidden in the shadows. Do you call out to see if anyone is there? No, because if you make a sound, you might be the next thing to disappear. Now, apply this to the universe. This is the dark forest hypothesis, a terrifying explanation for why we haven't found any alien civilizations yet. It suggests that the universe is like a dark forest filled with intelligent civilizations, but everyone is hiding, because making your presence known could be a death sentence. Think about it. If alien life exists, it's possible that advanced civilizations view any unknown life as a potential threat. And in a universe where the strong prey on the weak, the safest move is to eliminate others before they eliminate you. It's the ultimate survival strategy. Stay silent, stay hidden, and never trust anything that moves. So what does this mean for us? Well, we've already shouted our presence into the void. For decades we've been broadcasting signals, launching messages into space, basically announcing, hey, we're here. If the dark forest hypothesis is true, that could be the biggest mistake we've ever made. What if something far more advanced, is out there listening? What if it's already on its way? Maybe, just maybe. The reason we hear nothing from the cosmos isn't because no one's there, it's because the ones who spoke up aren't around anymore. The Berserker hypothesis. Imagine an ancient, advanced civilization, one so powerful that it no longer needs to conquer planets in person. Instead, it builds self-replicating machines, ruthless AI-driven probes designed to seek and destroy any emerging intelligent life before it becomes a threat. These are called berserkers, and according to the berserker hypothesis, they could already be out there. The idea is simple. Long ago, a hyper-advanced civilization could have sent out killer machines into the cosmos with one goal: eliminate all potential competition before it rises. These berserkers might roam the universe scanning for signs of intelligent life, waiting for a signal that confirms a planet is inhabited. And once they detect it, they wipe it out. No negotiations, no mercy. Now let's consider Earth. We've been broadcasting our existence for decades: radio signals, satellite transmissions, even messages deliberately sent into deep space. If berserkers exist, they might have already heard us. What if that's why the universe is so silent? Maybe civilizations rise, send out their signals, and shortly after disappear. So what's stopping these berserkers from reaching us? Maybe nothing. Maybe they're already on their way. Or maybe they're already here. The holographic universe. What if I told you that everything you see, feel, and experience, your entire existence, isn't actually real? That you, me, the Earth, and the vast universe itself might just be a hologram. Sounds insane, right? Well, some scientists believe it's possible. The holographic universe theory suggests that our entire reality might be nothing more than a projection from a two-dimensional surface. Imagine a movie playing on a screen. Characters, depth, and motion all appear real, but they're just an illusion of light and information. According to this theory, our three-dimensional universe is a cosmic version of that movie where everything we experience is just a shadow of deeper physics we can't even perceive. And here's where things get creepy. Some evidence actually supports this idea. Scientists studying black holes found that all the information about what falls into them can be stored on their surface, not inside, just like a hologram. If this applies to black holes, what if the entire universe works the same way? Even weirder, quantum physics suggests that the universe is pixelated at the smallest scale, like a digital simulation. If that's true, then we might just be data running on some unfathomable cosmic system. If someone, or something, is running the program, would we even know? Or worse, what happens if they decide to pull the plug? The space animal hypothesis. For decades, people have reported unexplained objects in the sky, things that don't behave like normal aircraft or meteors. But what if some UFOs aren't alien ships at all? What if they're living creatures? The space animal hypothesis suggests that some of the strange things we see in the sky, blurry, shape-shifting objects moving in impossible ways, aren't spacecraft, but undiscovered life forms that exist in the upper atmosphere or even deep space. Think about Earth. We once believed nothing could survive in the deepest oceans, yet we found bizarre creatures thriving in extreme conditions. So why couldn't there be creatures adapted to living in space? Instead of flesh and blood, they might be made of plasma, or electromagnetic fields, floating undetected in the upper layers of our atmosphere, or gliding through the vacuum of space. If this is true, then maybe we're not just exploring space, we're intruding on someone else's home. And if these creatures are watching us, studying us, or even interacting in ways we can't yet understand, the real question is, are they friendly? Or are they just waiting for the right moment to let us know they're here? The universe is full of mysteries, some we may never understand, and others we might wish we never discovered. Are we alone, or are we just one signal away from something finding us? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the creepiest space theories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a mind-blowing video. This is InnoVision Tech, bringing you the future, one theory at a time. See you in the next one, if the universe doesn't reset us first. Imagine stepping into a spaceship, firing up the engines, and blasting off at the speed of light. What would happen to your body? Would time slow down? Would you even survive the trip? Science says it's way more bizarre than you think. From time travel to your own body stretching like spaghetti, light-speed travel is both mind-blowing and terrifying. But here's the big question. If you had the chance to travel at light speed, would you take it? Or would the dangers be too much? Let's break it all down. Buckle up because this ride is going to warp your mind. Time dilation. Imagine you hop into a futuristic spacecraft and accelerate toward the speed of light. From your perspective, everything inside the ship feels normal. You're still breathing, moving, and maybe even scrolling through your favorite playlist. But to someone watching from Earth, your movement slows down drastically. Your seconds stretch into minutes, hours, even years. This isn't science fiction, it's time dilation, predicted by Einstein's theory of relativity. If you were moving at 99.99% the speed of light, time for you would be crawling while the rest of the universe speeds ahead. Let's say you embarked on a 5-year journey at this speed. When you return, Earth might have aged hundreds or even thousands of years. You'd be a time traveler, just not in the way Hollywood imagines. But here's where it gets mind-blowing. If you actually hit the speed of light, which, by the way, is physically impossible for objects with mass, time for you would completely stop. You'd be frozen in a timeless state while the universe ages infinitely around you. You could witness the death of the sun, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the slow drift of galaxies, all in what feels like an instant. Crazy, right? But here's a question for you. If you had the chance to experience this, would you? Let me know in the comments. Mass increase. Now let's talk about something even wilder. What happens to your body as you push closer to light speed? According to Einstein's equations, your mass starts increasing. Not by a little, but exponentially. Let's say you weigh 70 kilograms. At 50% of the speed of light, your mass would be around 100 kilograms. At 90% of light speed, your mass would be more than double your normal weight. But if you somehow reached 99.9999% of light speed, your mass would shoot up to thousands or even millions of kilograms. Why does this happen? Because as you go faster, your energy turns into mass. And the closer you get to light speed, the more energy you need to keep accelerating. At exactly light speed, your mass would be infinite, which means you'd need infinite energy to keep going. And guess what? The universe doesn't have that much energy to spare. So even if we had the most advanced spaceship ever, no physical object with mass could ever hit light speed. Nature itself puts a speed limit on us. But what if we could bend the rules with a warp drive? Would that be the ultimate loophole? Stick around. We'll explore that soon. Which do you think is crazier, becoming infinitely heavy or traveling through time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Visual distortions. Alright, let's get into something mind-bending. What would you actually see if you were traveling at the speed of light? Spoiler alert, it wouldn't be a normal view out the window. First off, your entire field of vision would warp into a tunnel right in front of you. Everything that was once around you, stars, galaxies, planets, would squeeze toward a single point. It's called relativistic aberration, and it happens because of how light waves shift when you're moving ridiculously fast. But here's the real kicker. The colors of everything would start to change. Objects in front of you would turn intensely blue shift, while everything behind you would fade into deep red or even disappear into darkness. Imagine flying through space and seeing stars melt into streaks of white and blue, like a scene from a sci-fi movie, except this is real physics. And let's not forget the Doppler effect, a bizarre phenomenon that would make invisible radiation suddenly visible. Normally, space is full of harmless microwave radiation, but at near light speeds, those microwaves would shift into dangerous X-rays and gamma rays. In other words, your spaceship would be bombarded with deadly radiation, and without extreme shielding, you'd be fried in an instant. So, even if we found a way to break the light speed limit, surviving the cosmic light show would be a challenge on its own. But what about the shape of your spaceship? That brings us to our next crazy effect, length contraction. Length contraction. Here's something that will completely mess with your perception of reality. The faster you go, the shorter everything gets, including you, your spaceship, and even the distance you're traveling. Let's say you want to visit Proxima Centauri, the closest star to Earth, about 4.2 light-years away. Normally that's an insanely long trip, but at 99.99% of light speed, something incredible happens. The distance shrinks dramatically from your perspective. Instead of 4.2 light-years, it might feel like a few months or even weeks of travel time. But hold up. It's not just space that contracts. Your spaceship would actually become thinner in the direction you're traveling. If it's 100 meters long when standing still, it might shrink to just a few meters when moving near light speed. And you? To outside observers, your entire body would flatten like a pancake. You wouldn't feel it happening, but someone watching you from Earth would see you squashed beyond recognition. This is called Lorentz contraction, and it's not some sci-fi concept. It's been proven with high-speed particle experiments. We've seen tiny particles like muons, which should decay in microseconds, last much longer because of time dilation. And they actually appear squished when observed at near light speeds. So if you ever dream of traveling at light speed, get ready for a very distorted universe, shrinking spaceships, and your own body compressing like a sci-fi horror scene. Question is, would you still want to experience it? Let me know in the comments. Causality violations. Alright, now things are about to get seriously weird. If you could somehow move at or faster than light speed, you wouldn't just be traveling fast, you'd be messing with time itself. And I don't mean just time slowing down like in time dilation, I mean full-blown causality violations where effects could happen before their causes. Think about this. Normally if you drop a glass it shatters, right? Cause and effect. But at light speed, weird things could start happening, like seeing the glass already shattered before you even dropped it. In extreme cases, traveling faster than light could mean arriving somewhere before you even left. Sounds impossible? Well, that's exactly why Einstein's theory of relativity says nothing with mass can exceed the speed of light, because it would throw our entire understanding of time and reality into chaos. If information or objects could travel faster than light, it could theoretically create closed time loops where an event causes itself. That's how we get paradoxes like the famous grandfather paradox where you could go back in time and accidentally prevent your own birth. But here's where it gets even stranger. Some scientists believe that if faster-than-light travel were somehow possible, it might only be possible in specific directions, meaning you could go forward but not backward, or only to certain points in space-time. Sounds complicated, right? So, even if we somehow built a spaceship that could break light speed, we'd have to deal with the fact that time itself might stop making sense. Would that mean accidentally opening doors to the past, creating alternate timelines, or something even crazier we haven't imagined yet? Let me know what you think. Would you risk breaking time itself just to see what happens? The infinite energy problem. Alright, let's get to the final and biggest problem, the reason we will probably never reach light speed. It all comes down to one brutal truth: you'd need infinite energy. Here's why. As you get closer to the speed of light, your mass increases exponentially. That means it takes more and more energy just to push you a little bit faster. At 99.99% of light speed, you'd need more energy than the entire Earth's yearly energy output just to gain a tiny bit more speed. And to actually hit 100% light speed, you'd need infinite energy. But here's the thing, our universe doesn't have infinite energy. Even if we could harness all the energy from the sun, all the black holes and all the dark matter combined, it still wouldn't be enough. This is why no object with mass can ever hit light speed. The laws of physics just don't allow it. Photons, the particles of light, are the only things that can travel at light speed because they have zero mass. Everything else? Stuck at sublight speeds forever. So, does that mean faster than light travel is completely hopeless? Not necessarily. Scientists are looking into warp drives, wormholes, and even quantum shortcuts that might allow us to cheat the system without actually breaking the speed limit. But whether any of that is possible, still up for debate. So let's hear it. If you had a chance to experience light speed travel, even with all these insane consequences, would you do it? Drop your thoughts below. So, after everything we've explored, would you still take the risk of traveling at light speed, or is it just a sci-fi dream that's better left untouched? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this mind-bending journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the next big tech and space adventure. This is InnoVision Tech, bringing the future to your screen. See you in the next one. Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the icy surface of Jupiter's moon, Europa? Imagine a hidden ocean, vast and mysterious, lurking far beyond our reach. But what if I told you this ocean could hold the key to one of the most profound questions humanity has ever asked? Could life exist beyond Earth? What if the answers to this question are waiting in the depths of Europa's frozen world? Stick with me as we dive into the secrets of this icy moon and explore the possibilities of life hidden in its depths. Are you ready for the adventure? Let's go. The Europa's Enigma. Europa, one of Jupiter's mesmerizing moons, has captivated the imagination of scientists and explorers for centuries. Picture this: a massive moon, shrouded in a blanket of ice, circling one of the largest planets in our solar system. But beneath this frozen exterior, something astonishing awaits. An ocean buried deep below its icy shell. Now I know what you're thinking. An ocean on a moon millions of miles away? It sounds like the stuff of science fiction, right? But what if I told you that beneath the surface of Europa, there lies a vast and mysterious world that could one day change everything we know about life beyond Earth? Imagine the possibilities. We're talking about an ocean that could be even larger than all of Earth's oceans combined. And here's the kicker, the conditions there might just be perfect for life to thrive, but how do we even begin to understand such a distant alien world? Let's take a closer look at this frozen enigma, and explore how scientists have come to believe in the existence of a subsurface ocean on Europa. This could be the discovery that turns everything we know about life and habitability on its head. Are we truly alone in the universe, or could Europa hold the key to answering that age-old question? Stick with me, and let's dive into this icy mystery together. The ice shell. Europa's icy shell is more than just a cold, distant surface, it's a fortress. The outer layer is thick, roughly 10 to 15 miles deep, and it serves as a protective shield, keeping the moon's subsurface ocean hidden from view. But here's the thing, this thick layer of ice isn't as simple as it seems. While it may look like a barren frozen wasteland, it's a complex environment that holds clues to the moon's secrets. Beneath this frozen exterior lies a deep ocean, possibly 2 or even 3 times as large as all of Earth's combined waters. Think about that for a moment, an entire world of water, kept secret under a sheet of ice. What makes this even more fascinating is the idea that Europa's ocean may be in constant motion, not just stagnant water. There's evidence suggesting that the ice surface itself is shifting and moving, with cracks and ridges that suggest an active, dynamic environment beneath the surface. Could this be a sign of warmth beneath the ice? Could there be volcanic activity deep in Europa's core that's keeping this ocean in a liquid state despite the frigid temperatures above? These questions remain unanswered, but they provide a tantalizing glimpse of the potential for life and mystery on Europa. So when we think of Europa, don't just imagine a frozen moon. Think of it as a world locked in a quiet, frozen battle between the cold of space and the warmth beneath the surface. A frozen fortress hiding its secrets, waiting to be unlocked. Evidence of the hidden ocean. So how do we know there's an ocean hiding beneath Europa's icy surface? Great question. The truth is, scientists have gathered a mountain of evidence, and it's pretty convincing. Let's start with a game-changing discovery made by NASA's Galileo spacecraft. Between 1995 and 2003, Galileo orbited Jupiter, studying its moons, including Europa. One of the most intriguing findings was that Europa has a weak magnetic field. Now, this might sound odd at first, but here's why it matters. The only way a moon like Europa could have a magnetic field is if there's a conductive layer beneath the surface. And what's highly conductive? Liquid water. More specifically, an ocean of salty water, which is a perfect conductor of electricity. So based on Galileo's findings, scientists concluded that Europa most likely has a subsurface ocean. But that's not all, there's more. In 2013, scientists used data from the Hubble Space Telescope to capture something astonishing. Europa's surface seemed to be sending out faint waves of water vapor. These weren't just a fluke, these were plumes of water erupting from beneath the ice. And the kicker? These plumes could contain samples from the very ocean we're talking about. If we can analyze them, we could learn a lot about the ocean's composition without even having to drill through the ice. Imagine the potential discoveries we could make. Europa's ocean isn't just a theory anymore, it's a tantalizing, hidden world waiting to be explored. Could it be the home to life, or perhaps some incredible, unknown phenomenon? The more we uncover, the more we realize that Europa is a place of unimaginable mysteries. The plumes. You're probably thinking, water plumes on a moon? How could that even be possible? Well, brace yourself, because Europa is full of surprises. In 2012, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope captured something extraordinary. Fountains of water shooting out from Europa's surface. These water plumes, some as high as 200 kilometers, shoot from the moon's south pole, reaching into space like powerful geysers. So what does this mean? These plumes could actually be the key to unlocking the secrets of Europa's ocean. You see, by studying the composition of these water jets, scientists can gain insight into the subsurface ocean without having to drill through miles of ice. It's like peeking through a window into an alien world. The best part? These plumes are likely composed of water that's directly connected to the ocean beneath. This means that the plumes could carry essential data about the ocean's salinity, chemical makeup, and perhaps even signs of life. The idea of Europa's ocean being connected to these erupting plumes is nothing short of fascinating. But wait, there's more. The presence of these plumes raises another big question. Why are they there in the first place? What's causing them? Some scientists believe there could be tidal forces at play, created by the gravitational pull of Jupiter's massive gravity, which stretches and compresses Europa. These forces might be creating heat within the moon, leading to the eruptions of water vapor. This could mean that Europa isn't just a frozen world, it could be a geologically active moon with the potential for life. So when you think of Europa's water plumes, don't just think of them as water fountains. They're gateways to the mysteries of a hidden world that could change everything we know about the possibilities of life in our solar system. The search for life. So why does Europa's hidden ocean matter so much? Beyond the science and the mystery, it's the question of life that makes this discovery truly groundbreaking. Can life survive in such extreme conditions? What if Europa's ocean is teeming with microbial life or even something more complex? The idea that life could exist in a place so far from Earth is a profound and exciting concept. The conditions on Europa are harsh. The surface temperature is well below freezing and the icy shell could be miles thick. But here's the kicker. Scientists believe that the ocean might not be as cold as we think. There's evidence suggesting that the ocean may be kept warm by tidal forces caused by Jupiter's immense gravity. These tidal forces cause Europa to flex and stretch, which generates heat in its interior, possibly keeping the ocean in a liquid state. That means there could be warmth and energy beneath the ice, just like Earth's deep-sea hydrothermal vents. On our own planet, these vents are home to entire ecosystems filled with strange creatures that thrive without sunlight. What if Europa has something similar? An ecosystem that survives without sunlight, relying on chemical energy instead. This raises the tantalizing possibility that life on Europa might not be so different from life here on Earth. It could be microbial, or perhaps something we haven't even imagined yet. Europa's ocean is a giant hidden laboratory, one that could answer some of humanity's biggest questions. Could we finally prove that life exists beyond our planet? Or will Europa's ocean remain a mystery, keeping its secrets hidden beneath layers of ice? The search for life on Europa is one of the most exciting scientific endeavors of our time, and it's only just beginning. Europa Clipper mission. Now you're probably thinking all of this sounds amazing, but how do we explore such a distant icy moon? Well, hold on tight, because NASA's Europa Clipper mission is here to answer that question. Launched in 2024, this mission is set to revolutionize our understanding of Europa and its hidden ocean. The Europa Clipper spacecraft is designed to conduct detailed reconnaissance of the moon's surface and subsurface, using a suite of sophisticated instruments. It will make multiple flybys of Europa, getting up close and personal with the moon as it dives into the icy secrets below. The spacecraft is packed with powerful tools to study Europa's surface composition, magnetic field, ice shell, and ocean beneath. Imagine this. Europa Clipper will be able to gather data on the composition of Europa's water plumes, map the surface in incredible detail, and even measure the thickness of the icy shell. It's like sending a robotic detective to investigate a frozen alien world. One of the main goals of this mission is to determine whether Europa's ocean has the right conditions for life. By studying the moon's subsurface and searching for potential signs of habitability, Europa Clipper could provide the crucial evidence that we're not alone in the universe. The mission will also look for possible chemical reactions and the presence of the building blocks of life in the ocean. Think about it. This mission has the potential to uncover answers to one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we the only life in the universe, or is there something else out there? Europa Clipper's findings could reshape our understanding of what's possible in the search for extraterrestrial life. As we look ahead, Europa's mysterious ocean isn't just a scientific curiosity, it's a frontier that could change everything we know about life beyond Earth. Thanks for exploring the mysterious ocean beneath Europa's icy surface with us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more exciting discoveries. What do you think? Could Europa harbor life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay innovative, and keep exploring with InnoVision Tech.